Good morning. Al from Boston here, giving you another update, another AMC update. Today's topic is going to be trade halts, the biggest dick move ever invented by the market makers, by the trades, by the trade managers to halt volatility and to kill our momentum. And I want you to remember that word, momentum, because that's what this is about. Okay, so let's put a scenario together. You are day one of the squeeze, all right? All of a sudden, we're hitting $100, and then it starts to go parabolic, man. I'm talking just starts to really rise. If a stock climbs more than like I think $5 in an hour, they put the trade halts in place. That's like it's like a default setting. They just kick that into place, and the next thing you know, we're all in a holding pattern, which is what a trade halt is. It's to stop and slow down momentum, right? Trading is halted. So this is where they want you to either do one of two things. A, panic sell. We know that. We all know that one. We've been talking about that for days. We think the squeeze is over and you panic sell. We saw that during the GME squeeze, which a lot of people did, unfortunately. But now we know better not to do that. But what's even worse during a trade halt is if you stay around, right? When you're going through a trade halt, you are at the peak of anxiety. We are talking about something I call trade trauma, and it feels like an anxiety. I'm going to talk about trade trauma in the next couple of videos. I want to set the stage here so you understand what's happening. This is like an acquired behavior that has affected you adversely, but you don't know it's affected you adversely because you it becomes a normal pattern of behavior for you. It conditions a person, a trader, to be skittish, to be impulsive. And it's a self-generating FUD machine. It's the FUD in our head, if you will, right? So it's anxiety driven, it's impulsive, and it's designed to make you sell. Here's the kicker. You can walk away as soon as the trade halts, right? That's when you should walk away. And I know it's counterintuitive, but this is when you walk away. What you don't do is sit there and watch as the price drops, because we talked about this. We talked about doing bulk sell orders. We talked about institutions selling massive amounts like Rentec, like remember Jim Simons from Rentec, the 4 million shares he's got. What we don't want to do is sit here and watch this stock go down. Why? Because we're going into the danger zone. And I'm not talking about like Tom Cruise danger zone. I'm talking about an actual kill box. You're slipping into what we call in the Marine Corps a kill box. You don't realize you're walking into a kill box, but you are, okay? How it works is psychologically, when you start seeing your investment go to shit, right? Go down fast, hard, the panic, the skittish behavior, the impulsiveness of trade trauma kicks in. And when it kicks in, it has a deeply scarring effect. You remember the past scars. The word nostalgia is Greek, right? And it comes from the epistemological foundation meaning of the word means the pain from an old wound. That's what you're experiencing. You're experiencing a pain from an old wound. So as you sit there and watch this thing decline like so, you think about the old times where you've lost money, you didn't get out in time, or you exit here and try to buy back in later, which we know what's been going on with that. Bad idea. But these things are going to happen, man. And it's part of this generalized anxiety disorder. I call it trade trauma. It kicks in and it makes people volatile and skittish. And as long as you sit here and watch this thing go down, you will be subject to that anxiety, that response, right? And it's like deeply psychological. It's deeply within one's own head. So what I tell people is, as soon as the trade is halted, right, walk away. Just walk away. That's all you have to do. You don't have to look at it. Just walk away. Because if you stay there and you watch it and you're hyper vigilant and you're hyper like anxiety driven and you're just like amped up and it's, oh yeah, it's parabolic, blah, blah, blah. And you don't walk away and you sit there and watch it, there is a higher, I don't have a statistic for this, obviously, but there's a good chance that you might freak out and do something impulsive. And that means exit your strategy. Just popping, leaving. Like, I'm done with this. This is good enough. Bye. Don't do that. Don't screw us over. Don't screw yourself over. We're trying to acquire generational wealth through this thing, right? This isn't financial advice, by the way. Just keep holding. Walk away. Go have an Eskimo pie. Do something else other than being hyper vigilant and staring at that stock. When trade halts happen, that is when you walk away. That's when you don't leave the stock. I mean, in terms of exit your position and leave and close out. No. You just walk away from the computer. You walk away from the cell phone. You do something else, and you reach out to somebody and you talk to them, or you go on the Twitter, or you find the space call that's in progress, and you just talk to them and talk them down, and talk yourself down, and talk about something else. Because the longer you stay and watch trading halts, the more anxiety ridden you're going to be. So walk away. Allow yourself some space and breathing room. And when the trade halts happen, and it can start for 5 minutes, it can extend for 10 minutes, a half hour, a day, 2 days, or it can go all the way up to 30 days. A full out, and I think that's what's going to happen. So I think it's going to go between 2 and 30 days to shake people off. That is when you don't leave. That is when you absolutely just walk away. They're going to ding this play. They're going to ding it. They're going to flag it, and they're going to say, these things are going to happen. We're going to try to shake off as much people as possible because we don't want a systemic risk issue. People, that is the best time not to leave. I mean, that's like your reason to not leave. I could not be any more clear than this. If they put a trading halt on there, you want to stay more than anything, because that means the party is going to be much bigger than anybody thought it was going to be. There's going to be more party favors. There's going to be more money involved. You catch my meaning? So if Gary Gensler or one of these SEC clowns says, we got to put a halt on there, like the New York Stock Exchange had, we got to put a 2-day halt. We got to put a 30-day halt. Believe me, that's your indication. That's your vacation. Get away from the stock for 30 days and not watch it, and just pay attention to the news, and that's it. That's your chill time, because that means this thing is going to be so parabolic. It's going to be worth so much money that they will stop you for 30 days, 30 fucking days, see if you leave. That's how valuable it is. Think about that. Isn't that amazing? They could stop this trade for 30 days trying to get you to get off. But you won't, because you're an ape, because you're a retail investor, because you want generational wealth. You're not going to leave. And I'm not going to leave either. This is what trade halts are. This is what they do. If you found value in this video, or you have other questions, feel free to comment on my Twitter page. I turned off all the other comments on YouTube because I just see the toxicity there. But if you have any comments on trade halts, just throw them on there, and I'll try to answer them. One of the other smooth-brained apes will say something back. I don't know. I don't care. Just don't ask me too many questions. All right. I hope you found value in this, though. Seriously, this is forewarning. This is going to happen, and you should prepare yourself mentally, and just have a plan in place. What are you going to do? What are you going to do when volatility kicks and everybody gets squeamish? Simple. You just walk away from the trade, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, do something else, and then come back. Or you stay here and you go in the danger zone and put yourself at systemic risk, your own personal systemic risk. And after that, I don't know what to tell you guys. You're on your own. So I hope you found value in this. If you have, please share it with somebody. Thanks. Take care. Al from Boston signing out.